Welcome again. In this lecture, we will look into maintaining the source fields. So we in this step, we will maintain all the source fields, whatever we have available in our recording. So before we get to uh, that step in more detail, let me show you how where basically you can find some basic information about the fields. So obviously we did the recording. We don't have much information about different fields we have in this table, like what is the length, what kind of characters are allowed, what kind of characters are allowed in a particular field, what is the field length and all that. So the best way to find this information is obviously before maintaining the source fields, we wanted to know that. So you can go to T code SE11. Obviously, SE16N is another option where you can find the table fields information, but you don't find much information what you can find here in this SE11 uh, T code. So I give the information B and KA and I go to table detail. So here you can see that we will be maintaining this bank country key. So you can see that the data type allowed is a character. What does that mean? You could have either numeric or alphabets. And then the next we have is uh, the bank country. Then the next field we have is bank key. So you can see that. Uh, so these are the field names. So here you can see we have the length of the bank country key field is 3. So the maximum length of this field is 3. And then if you look into the bank keys field, the maximum allowed length for that field is 15. And then if we look into the name of bank, the length of that field is 60. And then the data type allowed is character. And then you can see that here's the field name. So that's how basically you can look at the basic information for that particular table in SE11. So it was kind of a quick hint for you where you can find all the details of a table if you are relatively new about this process. So we will go to that table, that field right here. So we will go to that step. So you can see that it's already selected. So I'm gonna just execute that. So here we are on this. So earlier you know that like we created this source structure. So here we're gonna basically uh, add the fields or assign the fields to it. So here basically you select that source, your source structure, and then you click on this here, right, create field. I'm not going, actually I'm going to create all the fields with the classic method, but there is a kind of advanced method too, which you can use to basically create the fields. So right here it's this is kind of advanced option. If you have multiple fields, you can use that option, which is kind of a quick option to add or delete multiple fields right here. So here basically you can give all the information like let me let me maintain some, so just to show you how it basically works. So our first field is bank S, and the character type allowed is character. So the length is 3, but I'm just going to allow 2 here because so the name of the field is banky country, and then um let me let me find some, just I just wanted to make sure I have the field names right. So let's go to that table and get the field names from there. So that's bank country key. Then we have bank L. So I'm not gonna maintain that because I just wanted to show you a new thing. You can how you can actually do certain things in that, like how you can maneuver in that if you get stuck somewhere, like if you miss any field. So and right after that, I'm gonna just maintain that name of bank, which is BANKA character, and then obviously the length is 60, as you know, and then I'm gonna save that, and then I will go back here. Now you can see that we have both of the fields available here. The same thing you can do here as well. If you click here, and then what you will give a field name here. You will give the field name here. You will give the description here. Like for example, I will just use a very random field. Just wanted to show you. But I think we really don't need to add a random field. I will just show you how to add a field. So just imagine, like for example, we just added two fields, but you know that like we just missed bank key here, right? So how to add a field in the middle of this two? This is kind of a question I mostly get from from some of my students in my other classes I have. So how to add a new field? Let's say you missed the sequence of the fields, and you wanted to add the field in the middle of these two. If you just click here and then you click on um, just click on this new entry, like create a source field, it is going to, for example, let's add here bank key, and I'm going to just have maximum of 9, and then I wanted to have just a numeric, like I wanted to put a restriction, like it could be only a numeric. Obviously the table allow character, like it could be alphabets or numeric data, but I'm going to allow that only as a numeric field. And if I click on that here, you can see that it is creating the entry right on the top of it, which I don't want to, right? So if let's delete that field. So I just selected that field and I click on this trash bin um, icon to delete that. Now, how I can add the field in the middle of these two? So what you need to do, right underneath the field you wanted to create a you wanted to add a new field, you will select that field basically, and then you will click on that here, bank L, and then give the same information we gave earlier, 009 and numeric, and then click continue. And now you can see that it came right underneath of this. So that's why actually I did not intentionally add this field earlier when we were doing that in the other using the other method, like which is a table maintenance method. And I will suggest using that one though, because it's a fast and you can add multiple fields in one shot, and then click save. So it was all about creating the source fields. I will stop here and I will see you in our next lecture.